Hello everyone, this is Mary and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about how to do well on your Part 1 of the IELTS speaking exam. Now, Part 1 of the IELTS speaking exam is an interview that lasts for 4 to 5 minutes long. The questions revolve around your work or your studies, your hobbies, your family, and the city or the place where you live. Your answers should include facts and your own opinions or feelings. Now, the Part 1 questions are the most straightforward. However, there are still a few things that you should be aware of. So before I go on, I just wanted to let you know that I have put together a PDF on some tips for doing well on the IELTS speaking exam. It's totally free, so just hit the link to get a copy. Also, please help me out by hitting the subscribe, like, and share buttons. So without further ado, let's look into how we can nail this Part 1. Tip number 1, elaborate your answer. The most important thing to keep in mind is to never just give a yes or a no answer. You need to elaborate your answer so that you can demonstrate your English proficiency to the examiner.
Okay, let's take a look at this IELTS question. The question goes, do you like cooking? We're going to have answers from two different students, student Jeff and then student Beth. This is student Jeff's answer. He says, no, I don't. And listen to student Beth's answer. To be honest, I don't do much cooking because it takes a lot of time. Besides, it makes a mess in the kitchen, so I prefer ordering out. Now, let's pause for a while and just think about it, okay? So, if you were the examiner, whose answer would you prefer? Student Jeff's or student Beth's? Well, you guessed it right. It's going to be student Beth's answer. And why is that? Because student Jeff's answer is too short. He only says, no, I don't. So he doesn't demonstrate his English ability. Student Beth, on the other hand, elaborates her answer by giving a reason for not cooking. She says because it takes a lot of time and it also makes a mess in the kitchen. Also, she uses linking words. The linking words include to be honest, besides, so, okay? So these linking words connects all her sentences together and makes her speech fluent. So therefore, student Beth will get the higher score on the IELTS exam.
Tip number 2, listen to the question carefully so that you can answer your question correctly.
Okay, let's take a look at this next IELTS question. The question goes, do you like meeting people? Let's listen to student Jeff's answer. Absolutely. I like making new friends at social gatherings. I'm someone who can strike up an interesting conversation with a stranger. Now, let's take a look at student Beth's answer. I met someone last weekend. My friend invited me to her housewarming party. She also invited a girl from work. I chatted with that girl. Let's pause for a moment now and think. Who do you think has a better answer? Jeff or Beth? Okay, you're right. It's Jeff. And why is that? Well, it's for the following reasons. Number 1, he uses the intensifier absolutely to make a statement sound stronger. Number 2, he uses a complex sentence. I am someone who can strike up an interesting conversation with a stranger. Number 3, he uses a collocation, social gatherings. Number 4, he uses a phrasal verb, strike up. Number 5, he uses proper grammar. He speaks in present tense. And number 6, he uses paraphrases. So you see the term here, meeting people. Okay? It's similar, it's the same as saying making new friends. So therefore, the word people can be replaced with friends or strangers. Now in this case, a stranger, because in the sentence it says he can strike up an interesting conversation with a stranger. So in any case, stranger, it can be used as a paraphrase to people. Let's take a look at Bab's answer. What's wrong with it? Well, first of all, she doesn't answer the question properly. The question asks if she likes meeting people. But she goes off track and only talks about seeing someone at the housewarming party that one day. And what's more, she doesn't confirm whether she enjoys meeting people or not. We still don't know whether she likes meeting people or not. And next, her answer isn't fluent because she speaks sentence by sentence instead of connecting them with linking words. You see, I met someone last weekend, period. My friend invited me to her housewarming party, period. She also invited a girl from work, period. I chatted with that girl, period. So there are no linking words here to make her sentence connected, and therefore her speech is not fluent. So in this case, Jeff will get the higher score on the IELTS exam.
Tip number 3, paraphrase, paraphrase, paraphrase. Do not keep repeating the same words that the examiner uses on the question. Your ability to use synonyms demonstrates your English proficiency, and you will be rewarded with a higher score.
Let's take a look at this other IELTS question. The question goes, what do you and your family like doing on the weekends? And this is Jeff's answer. Sunday is family day for us. So no matter how busy we are, we still try to make time to do things together. Biking and hiking are our favorite outdoor activities. Aside from those, we love going to the movies or eating out at our favorite restaurant. Let's take a look at student Bab's answer. My family and I always plan something fun to do on the weekends. No one has to work on the weekends, so it's a good time for everybody in the family to spend time together. My family usually goes out for dinner. After that, my family hangs out at the local coffee shop. Let's pause for a while and think. Whose answer is better, Jeff's or Bab's? You guessed it right. It's Jeff's answer. And why is that? Well, for the following reasons. Number 1, Jeff paraphrases. So you see the word family is in the question. So instead of repeating this word, he uses the word we. We represents my family or us in the family. So that's a type of paraphrasing. Next, he uses the word Sunday because Sunday is in fact the weekend. And then lastly, he uses the word love instead of like. Okay, because the word like is used in this question. So he doesn't want to repeat that. So he says, we love going to the movies or eating out at our favorite restaurant. Okay, and number 2, okay, what Jeff did, okay, is that he uses a lot of the linking words. So which are the linking words? Like so. Okay, aside from those. See, these are linking words that makes his speech more fluent. And number 3, Jeff uses phrasal verbs like make time and eating out. Okay, and so basically when he uses these phrasal verbs, he talks more like a native English speaker, and his speech is more fluent and more natural. Okay. And then let's take a look at Bab's answer. Now, what about Bab's answer? Let's take a look. One thing that she does well on is that she uses the phrasal verb hang out. Okay, so here my family hangs out at the local coffee shop. Now, although she mentions that what she does with her family on the weekends, she needs improvement on paraphrasing because she keeps repeating the same words from the question. She says family, okay? My family, my family, okay? In the family, right? She keeps on repeating the same word. And also, she could have said Saturday or Sunday instead of the weekend, right? Because you see, oh, we plan something fun to do on the weekends, okay? Or no one has to work on the weekends, right? So she could have used words like Sundays or Saturdays, okay? So therefore, in this case, Jeff will get the higher score on the IELTS exam.
Tip number 4. You can add more strength to your answer by using intensifiers. Whenever you need to give a yes or a no answer, use intensifiers such as definitely, absolutely, to kick off and then follow up with more details.
So here's another IELTS question, and it goes, is exercising important to you? Let's listen to Jeff's answer. Yes, exercising is important to me. In fact, I exercise for at least 30 minutes every day. Take a look at Beth's answer. Absolutely. Physical activities help me stay in shape and keep me in a good mood. So let's pause for a moment and think. Whose answer is better? Jeff or Beth's? Well, of course, it's Beth's. Okay? Beth's answer is better. And why is that? Well, for the following reasons. Number 1, she uses the intensifier absolutely to show that she feels strongly about exercising. Number 2, she gives reasons for the need to exercise because they help her stay in shape. Exercising can keep her in a good mood. And number 3, she uses collocations. Okay? The collocations are, again, stay in shape, good mood, physical activities. So she uses all these things to make her speech sound more natural and more fluent. Now, let's take a look at Jeff's answer. So his answer, on the other hand, has less strength. He didn't use any intensifiers. And also, he repeated the word exercise a lot. Because, you see, in the question uses the word, is exercising important to you? And then his answer is, yes, exercising is important to me. So he basically repeated the same thing. He took the exact same words from the question. And then again, I exercise, right? Another one, like he just did it another time, right? So there's not much paraphrasing there. So what he could have done better, he could have chosen words like physical activities, right? So that's a type, physical activities is a good paraphrase for exercising. Or just outright name a sport. Say something like jogging or biking or walking, okay? So here's an example. He could have said, well, definitely, I jog for 30 minutes at least 5 days a week because I want to stay fit. Now, in this sentence, there's an intensifier, definitely. Next, jogging is already a type of exercise, so we can use this word as a paraphrase. And finally, the phrase, because I want to stay fit, means jogging is important.
So that's all for today's IELTS lesson. I have put together some useful tips on how to ace your IELTS speaking exam. It's totally free. Just click on the link below to get yours. And if you want to find out more IELTS techniques, please check out my other videos. Till next time, bye!